So we continue with the labor market. Today we're going to the supply curve of labor. The supply curve for labor. So before we go into the supply curve for labor, what is supply of labor itself? The supply of labor is the total number of workers making themselves available for the job. The number of workers making themselves available for a job at a given wage rate. Demand for labor is different from supply of labor. Demand for is the total number of workers firms are willing to employ at a given wage rate. That is demand for. But supply of is simply talking about the number of workers that are making themselves available for job at a given wage rate. So we are making ourselves available for job. That is supply of labor. Do we get supply of labor here? Yeah. So the supply curve for labor is always upward slope. So which simply means the higher the wage rate, the higher the quantity supply of labor. So it is when the wage rate increases that people are willing and wanting to work more. Do you understand the point here? It is upward slope, which means there's a direct relationship between the wage rate and the numbers of workers making themselves available.
So what is proportional?
Proportional, like the rate, the percentage.
You see a proportional relationship.
There's a direct relationship. It means direct relationship. Unlike the demand for labor, which is inverse. There's inverse relationship between the wage rate and the quantity of workers firms are willing to employ. If the wage rate increases, firms will employ less. If wage rate reduces, firm employs more. That is inverse. But for direct relationship, it means the higher the wage rate, the higher the quantity of workers making themselves available for job. Do we understand supply of labor? That's why it is upward slope. So based on this graph now, according to the graph, as soon as the wage rate increases from 200 to 300, the quantity supply of labor will increase from 30 to 40. That is an upward slope.
So the higher the wages, the higher the work.
The higher the wage rate, the higher the quantity supply of labor in the market. Are you here? Do we understand the point here?
Labor is the workers.
Yeah, numbers of workers, yes. The reward for labor is wages. So the reward for labor is wages. So the higher the wage rate, the higher the numbers of workers wanting to work. So when you know that the wage rate is increasing, you'll be willing to work. That is the point here. Do we understand?
Yes.
So that's why it is upward sloping. Any question about that?
It's like contraction.
Yeah, if it reduces, the number is expected to fall. If the wage rate reduces, there's demotivation to work. There's no motive to work. As a result of that, the quantity supply of labor would reduce from 30 to 20. Because this has reduced. This is contraction. And expansion. Do we get it?
This is the main factor, right?
Yeah. No, not this is the wage factor. There are other factors.
But this is the main factor.
Yeah, which is wage. For wages, it's about contraction and expansion, movement along the supply curve.
And the fact is the shift.
Factors will bring about shift. Yes. So let's go to other factors that might affect the quantity supplied of labor. The first one, population size. If the population increases, it is expected that more people will be willing to work because the population is increasing. Do you understand the first part? If population is increasing, the number of workers making themselves available for job would increase. Shifting the supply, sit down properly, please. Who else is sitting like that, please? Shifting the supply curve of labor rightward from SL1 to SL2 because the quantity of labor would increase from QL1 to QL2. Do you get it, please?
No.
No.
Yes.
I will explain again. The first situation is about population. Population is the number of people in the country, right? The number of people in the country.